Alright, what's going on, guys? Just here to show you some more helpful tips for people who are barely learning MVCI or who kind of just aren't sure of how the tag system actually works. We're going to go over a few things. The first will be how to stop people from just kind of mashing tag and the proper punish for it. The other thing will be the buffer system, since they kind of go hand in hand on how to punish tags. So the first thing that you'll need to learn is the buffer system and how that works. So normally if you do a super or a tag and you hold an input during that super flash, it will come out the first possible frame. That can punish a few things as we'll go over here. So just as an example, when Venom does his web super, that super flash, if you wait for it and then push the button, in this case I'm going to hold jab. But what it'll do is it'll go ahead and buffer the jab for the first frame possible. So as soon as the super flash happens, that normal will come out. So it's a consistent punish to something like this, and it's just kind of important for the next step. So here you'll see he does the super flash. I then hold jab, and it jabs him. If you see my inputs on the top left, I'm not pushing jab preemptively. If you do it preemptively, there's a chance something like this will happen, and you're just going to get hit and probably get really mad. So the easiest way around that is waiting for the super flash, holding jab then, and then you'll just hit them out of it. So again, just look at the input there, hold jab, and he gets hit. So that's very important because that does beat a lot of things, and it's one of the main ways to get around tag in this game. So for example, if they tag and you hold forward and heavy punch, which is buffering throw essentially in this case, it will punish the tag. If in this case the tag is just going because it does do a tag attack, so it's just kind of showing that if they let the tag just happen, it'll throw them immediately, as long as you do that. So you wait for the tag flash, you hold forward and heavy punch, and the first available frame that the character basically intersects your hitbox, you'll throw them immediately since they're close enough to be thrown. So that is something to know. And then keep in mind, tag priority is also very important here. So if they tag first and you are in neutral, there is no counter switch. The first tag will always win. So just an example, if they tag and I tag, I'm going to lose. You see how Venom got hit there? They do it again. I get hit. And that's with my character just coming in, not hitting any buttons, so they're going to do the tag and attack. If they tag first and I tag and block, you see it's still a punish. You'll lose every time. Don't tag like that. That's just how the priority system works. Another thing is a lot of people do things like this. They'll just kind of jump over you, kind of cross you up, try to get your inputs a little mixed. So that way you don't know what side the tag is coming from. The easiest way to beat that is the throw buffer. So again, just wait for the tag. Oh, I did really. So you just wait for the tag, and then you throw them every time, regardless of what side they come out on. See, so you can forward or back throw, it doesn't matter. So regardless if you're holding left or right, whatever side they come from, you'll either get forward or back throw. So it doesn't really matter. Obviously, some characters can combo off forward or back throw, so you kind of want to keep that in mind. But that is a consistent punish on it. Another thing you can do, which is a little on the risky side, but it has a very big reward, is you can meaty tags as well. So in this case, you'll see Gamora coming in blocking. She's blocking on the first available frame. Right when you tag, you just hold block, and she will still get hit. I did that a little too late. Again, you have to do it very preemptively, so you kind of have to know they're going to tag. Power comes a little on the slow side, so I have to do it really early. I am terrible at this. I am absolutely terrible at this. There we go. Okay, so they came in blocking. You can do it with other buttons as well. So for example, sweeps, things like that. So they'll come in, they'll get counter hit because that move counts as an attack. Again, that's very hard to do. Even when I'm trying to do it in training mode, it's not consistent. But it is something you can do. You can just kind of throw out very big hitbox normals. A great example is Dante's heavy kick. If they're above you and you're not sure if they're going to tag or not, you kind of just do it. If they tag into it, they'll get hit. So there are ways to meaty tags. Again, it's just inconsistent, but that is something to keep in mind as well. The next thing here will be counter switches and how they work. So normally if somebody counter switches, since the tag does not come in with a hitbox, the second tag will win in this case because it will come in with a hitbox, and it'll either put them in block stun or it'll punish them depending on what they're trying to do. So for example here, I'm going to just record, just going to tag and hold the counter switch button, and then it's going to hold up back. So this is basically going to represent somebody counter switching and holding up back immediately. And what'll happen is, I didn't mean to happy birthday them there. Again, I am terrible at timing things. Right, there we go. See, So he just came in holding up back, he now got hit, and then you're gonna get happy birthday into stuff. So the second tag wins in that case, again, because of the no hitbox. A great way to punish things like that is if you know they're going to counter switch. Sometimes you can throw them if they're just going to come in and block because they know they're at disadvantage. One of the people that does a lot is Knives. So if you counter switch and they tag in, knowing you're just going to block because they have the advantage, you can just throw them because they're kind of just sitting there waiting for you. So that's one of the important priority things to keep in mind as well. Another one is if you do something like this, let's just say you do a combo off a knockdown, they can counter switch, right? So just as an example, they can just counter switch whenever they want. So if somebody's low on life or they're about to build to the second bar, to prevent counter switching, one of the things you can do, even if they have 3 bars, is just going straight into super. Generally, you can do about 2 hits. So for example, a jab sweep, they won't be able to counter switch between that no matter how early they hold the counter switch. So what you'll see a lot of high level players do is just do this, and immediately go into super. What that does is if I then try to counter switch this, even though I'm holding counter switch, it doesn't switch. For whatever reason, the super takes priority over the counter switch if they're happening at quote unquote the same time. So again, let's just say you do a combo, and then you're on meaty, you just do something like that. Okay, I see the hit confirm, I hit them, you know, and then you can kind of supers together. That's a really good way to kill a character. And that's not necessarily based on the tagging, but since counter switching is kind of in relation to that, that's just one way to beat it, so I'll just consider that a punish, even though it's really not a punish. But that's just kind of the main things I wanted to show. If there's any other questions or anything that you had in regards to the system, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll try to help you all out with that. All right, thanks, and have a good one.